It's an I. A, artillery. I,
infantry.
Infantry. That's Confederate
Holy
infantry
cow.
button. The video you're about to see is true, but the names have been changed to protect the innocent. And because I goofed in the morning and my mic wasn't working, so all my footage from the first half of the day is gone. So what you're going to see now is a very exciting relic hunt where we find some really cool stuff, but it's going to be kind of jumpy. So let's just get to it. What do you say? Then we'll do a wrap up right here. Brand new video today. We're actually like halfway through the hunt, and I discovered by accident that my external mic was not working, so I might have grabbed one that got wet down south. Anyway, Todd and I are out digging. We're checking out some new spots today. I just dug a piece of iron that I don't know what it is. I thought it might be a blade, but both sides are neither side's beveled, so I don't think that's a blade. And I dug a mason jar lid in the same hole. This is a lintel stone, and there's some rocks here. We've been digging this stuff up. This is all the stuff Todd has dug up. You might recognize a cannon axle and pieces of a wagon. It's got a big ring here that we think might be a wagon wheel, although it's got a bevel on it. Big lintel stone here, pile of rocks, probably a chimney pile. Over here is a pile of bricks. Don't know what this is. The owner of the property is telling us that he thinks there was a blacksmith shop here, although I'm not hearing much iron. We just got a few pieces of that wagon, and that's it. So I'm not convinced. A little shed up there, you can see it has poured walls. That means it's 1900 or later. I looked inside of it, and it's just full of junk. It does have some logs and whatnot, and some square nails. So it's probably salvaged lumber, I would think. We're getting ready to leave here. We're gonna do a little exploring, go up the valley. It looked really nice up in the valley. There's a little spring that comes out. We're gonna check that out real quick and hopefully salvage this video. I'm already exhausted. We've been here for about 2 hours, I guess. All right, let's see if we can salvage this. This is a little valley we're going to hike up and see if there might be another home up in here. I just wanted to show you this real quick. You can see going up this hill, there's like these series, there's a plateau there. But further up, you can actually see there's a series that went all the way up the hill. And what that is that's where they did erosion control back in the day. That's the way they used to do it. They'd make these mounds going down the hill so that when they plowed and it rained, the water wouldn't come shooting straight down and create a big ditch like that's behind me. Now, Todd's circling around the other side, and I'm going to go up through here. We're going to meet up there in that meadow, not going all the way to the mountain. Then we might cross over to the other side over there where there's a bigger stream and check that out and see if we can find a foundation. Lots of coins and Civil War belt buckles. I hate those bushes right there. That's barberry. You'll see that in a lot of my videos coming up, or well, I've already seen it actually. So Todd's coming up over the hill there, and I'm at the end of the meadow. Very little iron, so I didn't really even bother digging any of the good signals. I had 1 or 2 squeaks. Wanted to show you this. I forgot to show you this when I first opened the video. I found this earlier down by that little building, and it's just a beautiful little axe head. It's not it's not one of the great big ones like you would think they would use for logging, but I really like this one. I'm going to get that cleaned up. Just a beauty. I wanted to show you this little hay rake. This is a hay rake. I was hoping to get a peek at the wheels here to see what kind, if bevel they had on them, but it's obviously a much newer design than the thing that Todd found at the base of the hill. Saw them on the top, don't know what happened to them. So look at the beautiful stone wall over there, huh? We'll bebop around here a little bit, then hopefully I can talk them into going over into that valley, because that's where a bigger stream is. That one I was following up through here just petered out really quick. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have some relics when you next see us. So I'm starting to pick up a little bit of iron in this area behind me. Not a lot, so it might be an old fence. But I'm looking a little bit closer and trying to figure that out. You can see there's an old wall here. Goes down to there, old stone fence and cross. Piles of stone everywhere. Most of these are just where they dump the stones out of the fields. But it makes a zigzag. A little bit of iron up there, but not enough to really keep me here. But I wanted to show you one other little thing down here real quick. One of my recent videos, I think Thomas, down in North Carolina, found a piece of a battery. Now this is a battery that obviously the farmer just threw out here, but he found the inside of one of these. This lead thing right here. It didn't look exactly like this, but I'm pretty sure it was the same type of design. And you find a lot of this stuff in the rivers. If you ever go river hunting, these things, they just break apart in floods, and you find them all over the place. Little piece of lead, the lead plates. All right, AC Delco. Oh, Delco. Let's go ahead and look around a little bit more. Todd still has not crested the hill. He came up and went back, so maybe he's onto something. I'll look here just a couple more minutes and we'll head that way. A little bit out of breath, but that's because I'm really humping it through the woods, trying to find a new spot. Todd and I split up. He's headed toward the truck. We're going to meet back there in an hour. So I'm just kind of running through the woods real quick, following the stream up. There's an old road going up the base of that hill. And what I wanted to show you is the stones in here. There's lots of piles of stones. Any one of those could be a chimney pile. When you're looking at it from a distance, there's a wall here, a stone fence. Goes down that way, cuts back that way, piles of stones in the wood. But if you look out through the woods, you can see there's not that many stones. I mean, there are some, but this was probably all plowed at one time, or at least planted. And they put the stones all the way around the edges. Made that wall in these little piles. Okay, at about 30 minutes of hard hiking, and I'm just listening for iron. I'm not even digging a good signal that sounds that, you know, could even be a large scent. I'm not even going to dig it unless there's iron there. Because we want to find the house. That's where the stuff's going to be. Going to go up that way, back down the ridge, and down at the base of the hill, about a quarter of a mile away is the truck. Well, unfortunately, I'm at my turnaround point, so I don't run out of time. Getting pretty rocky, but it's still a beautiful woods up there. We're still following the stream. There's plenty of water for another house. There's another valley over there we can go into. But what we're going to do is walk this ridge, the left side of the stream, back to the truck. You're on the right side coming up, or the left side going down. And investigate every one of these rock piles we see. And oh, by the way, since I have you, the stream's right behind me. I wanted to show you this. Looks like a bomb went off in here, kinda. This has been logged recently, probably within the past year. Because I don't see a lot of the saplings are just coming up. Now this is called selective logging, where they come into a forest and they only cut down certain trees and they leave the rest. There's also a type of logging called clear cut, which is not very friendly to the environment. Well, they'll cut down everything. You don't see that so much anymore, except in like the forests that have the pines and stuff, you know, that they plant. They do that in those kind of forests, clear cut. But at least out here, there's still trees growing. There's still food for the animals, shelter for the animals. Those are oaks too, so those are probably pretty old. So you can count these rings to give it its age, but there's a lot of rings there. We don't have time for that. So I'm like 120 feet from the truck there, and I got my first old thing of the day that, well, besides the axe, that's worth keeping. Just dug this. It's a piece of lead, and you would think that it's probably a musket ball. It's been fired, obviously, but if you look closely, you can say with certainty that it's a musket ball, because see that right there? That's like a little flat spot with hash marks in it, and there and there. That's where that was jammed down the rifle, a rifled barrel, and that's actually the cloth marks from the patch. That's a pattern that was on the cloth right there. Those little tiny marks there and there. That's pretty cool right there. Sorry about my thumb, but oh, I don't know if I thought it was, yeah, that's just, oh, that's from my shovel right there. But yeah, so a fired musket ball with patch mark. Cool. Just a couple feet away from where I found that fired musket ball, and I got this little coin. I suspect it's going to be fairly modern, but this is, it could be a wheat penny. This is the area where they logged. They had all the logs stacked up next to the road where we're parked. Might be worth looking a little bit closer here. I can't even tell. I'll try to get a picture of that a little bit later. Let's keep moving. I'm still near the truck. I saw that pile of rocks. I was going to investigate it. You know, there's a little stream I fall down out of the hills. And I looked at the soil when I came down here. It's a lot darker, and there's a lot of signals in here. And I got a squeaker, and look at this. That's a cool little valve right there. And that's probably, you know, it's not that old, but boy, that's cool looking. Let's search around in here. The fact that the soil is so dark makes me believe there could have been a house here. See this pile of rocks here? It's possible. And this could date to that age of that penny that I found, that wheat penny. Still on the side of the hill where I found that piece of brass and the little stream. Yeah, that's kind of a cool little one right there. It's a little bit different than the other one that I have. Not quite as old, I don't think. I'm glad we were close to the truck. All right, let's keep looking. Man, that's a big old chunk of banged up something, really thick metal, broken on the end. Whoo, not sure where that went to. A couple feet from where I found that like wheat penny, and I just found a giant sledgehammer. That's pretty cool. Got a nail on the bottom of it or something. Yeah, so big sledgehammer. Let's keep digging. Todd's out just wandering around. He's not digging, finding cool stuff like this. Todd's sitting on the back of the truck eating lunch. I'm still digging. Big, beautiful signal right here. I had to pull this rock out of the hole, this rock out of the hole. And whatever it is right here. I'm getting close. Could be a mason jar lid, but I'm hoping it's something better. I need to be careful. Last time I did this with a mason jar lid, I cut my finger. Let me use a shovel on that. It's under that rock still anyway, isn't it? Try and get behind the rock and pry it up. There. Right, so we should be getting close. Just a little bit more back. Another rock there. It's under that rock. Looks like iron. Alright, pry that thing up. A little crack right there. I'm gonna get down it. Nope, not gonna do it. Alright, get the knife out and the pinpointer. Yeah, still down there a little ways. Let's just kind of pry this up a little bit, see if we can at least get a peek at it. Still down underneath those rocks. I'll have to get that one out of there. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Maybe. Cut the root. There we go. Alright, let's get it from the other side then. Oh, that's soft. Alright, we'll get it now. Almost there. Should be right beside that rock. That's a nice loose chart. There. Alright, let's go in with the pinpointer now. Hopefully it is a belt buckle, not a mason jar lid. Oh, getting close. They're beeping. Right there, right there. Get the knife back out in case it's broken glass. We learned a lesson on that one, didn't we? Pry that back, pry that back. Not feeling it though. That's probably it way down there. So being that big and that deep, it's very possible it's going to be a piece of iron. I found a lot of big pieces of iron in here. So you can see some rust. No, not yet. All right, I'm going to have to turn you off because I don't want to use up all my juice. Hold on. Okay, it's quite deep. I think this is a laid stone right here. There's a weird layer of clay that I'm not sure about, and a giant piece of iron underneath it. That could be an axe head maybe, or something that went over a fireplace like a lintel. I just don't know. I'm gonna try to get it up, but it's solid. It's probably gonna have to stay in the hole, but if I get it out, I'll show it to you. And then we'll go over and have some lunch. Just hang on for a minute. I think I found an old forge or blacksmith shop right here. If you look, you can see there's a square of stones that go around like that. And the soil is, I'm assuming it's probably coal. Could be charcoal, I guess. Burn coal or charcoal, and it's loaded with iron. There's a broken pitchfork. I'm just digging up all kinds of stuff like that. This would be a blast to, I think, just dig out. Let's just dig out just a little bit, see what we can find. I don't want to spend too much time here because I have a bigger fish to fry in this field, but I think this would be I just want to investigate it a little bit. Yeah, just chunks of iron, very typical of a blacksmith shop. Farmer grew up on, had a shop that was still set up, hadn't been used in probably 50 years, but maybe 100 years, but they're all set up with everything except the anvil. Yeah, so nice thick layer of iron. That's the bottom. So it's iron, all kinds of charcoal and stuff. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time digging in here, but this tells us it might be worth coming back and just digging it out. Metal tech to be about worthless in here. There's so much iron. See, it's like melted iron there. Yep. Pretty cool. Little square nails. That's awesome. Todd's there digging. The old blacksmith shop was right over there, and we're headed down toward Old Faithful. That's where I found a neat silver belt buckle. And guess what? I'm not saying I have a Civil War belt buckle here, but I have a beautiful signal 86. Sounds just like that belt buckle I dug in another video. I have not dug it yet. It looks like there might have been an old building here or something. A lot of stones, yeah, they're kind of laid, so there's definitely a building here. But listen to this. 86. Small 86. Well, when I say small, it's not a giant piece of iron, but yeah, that's a beautiful signal. If it's not a belt buckle, it's going to be a giant piece of brass. Let's put it that way. Ooh, well, maybe not, because well, there's another nice, beautiful signal there. But look, it's 80, 7980. Now that sounds like a can. That's what signals cans make, beer cans. But that's too high for a beer can. So we pinpoint it right there. You have to move it just a little bit. See, there you go. Hold your ears. All right, let's see what we got. Dig out here a little ways, out away from it. I'm just going to try to loosen the soil up. There we go. All right, now let's see what we got. Ready? Oh, what is it? No, I see aluminum in there. I don't think it's going to be a can, but it's a big piece of aluminum. That was a sweet sound too. All right, let's just pry it out. Probably get a lid to like an oil can or something. Oh man, that sounded so good. No, it's an aluminum little cup or something. Probably had a handle on it right there. Wow, that sounded nice. All right, maybe the next one will be nice. I'm gonna take a chance on this one here. Got a good squeak, but there's been lots of little tiny pieces of iron, really thin. They're not even nails, but I think the squeaker part is right in here. Here she is. Oh, what is it? I don't know what's... Okay, getting close. Oh no. Man, it's gotta be minuscule. Isn't that weird? A little ring of some sort. I think that's what I heard that was squeaking. It's not, looks like it's made out of lead or pewter though. Okay, so that's a kind of a cool little target there. Not sure what it is. It's broken, very heavy, so it's probably lead. Snapped off there. I don't know what they would make out of lead that had a lot of, looks almost like scissors or something. Like your finger might have gone in there, but it's got to be homemade. There'd be no strength at all to that. A nice little signal right here, and I popped it out of the ground, and I do believe it's a button. Pretty sure. It's really thin though, isn't it? Is it? Oh yeah, look, there's a shank on the back. Probably gonna be a plain little flat button. Ah, but we'll take it. Todd's getting nervous now. I'm over here filming. I got a little button, Todd, that's all. Little flat button, first of the day.
Well, I need some video.
So do I. I'll show it again. I'll show you, I'll video you taking a video of this. Pretty desperate right now. But we're in a good spot though. There's little flowers getting ready to bloom. Got another signal here. It's actually in an old dig hole, so that could be either mine or Todd's. So let's see, might have missed something in there. Pop it out of there. See what we have. Not in that one. Oh, it's still in the ground. Didn't dig it deep enough, did we? Oh. I should have set my camera down. All right, let's see what we got. Should have come out that time. No, still in the ground. Actually, it might be right here. Nope. All right, I'm gonna sit you down. One more, and I guarantee it's out. It's not very big, so I'm gonna dig into the side. All right, let's see what we got. Have to move it here. No. No, still in there. I'm gonna have to get the pinpointer out, located. I'll get out of the holes and we'll look at it together. Well, I wouldn't want to leave you guys out of the excitement. It's right here. Right in there, whatever it is. Get a little knife out and go back here behind it. There, that should have gotten it, I hope. I hope. No, still down there. I'm doing terrible today. All right, get back here behind it. There we go. I don't see any iron yet. That's a good sign. Oh no, it's a belt buckle. Todd's gonna kill us. No, that's not it. Boy, I thought that might be a belt buckle. I guess we threw it out of the hole. Well, here's one thing right here is a nail, but that's not what we heard, I don't believe. All right, turn you off. I'll get you back out if it's something good. Well, you're not going to believe this. After all that digging and finding the nails, the target was actually in the grass that I dug out in the very beginning, which is right there. So it's in here. It's very small, but it's definitely in here. It's not a bad tone. Oh, man. I cannot believe we did all that digging for nothing. Well, I don't know if it was for nothing, but that's it right there. Little tiny piece of, this is probably a lid, part of a lid to a mason jar, or mason jar lid, and whoever dug that hole probably found most of it, threw it in their bag, and didn't bother to go after this, which is exactly something that I would do. All right, got a signal here under the horse apples, and it's out of the hole and it's green. Now, being green is a good sign. It's pretty fragile though, doesn't it? What do you think it is? I'm gonna guess it's probably part of a lantern, maybe, with a skin to a U.S. belt buckle. Skin being the copper shell, but that's not what it is. Yeah, it could be to like a copper water heating pan or something like that they put on the side of a stove. I have one like that at home. It looks very similar to that. Okay, we'll keep going. Got a really nice squeaker right here. Not too big, in the 70s. The only thing that makes me nervous is I can see some modern fabric. So this could be like a piece of modern horse tack, I'm thinking. Yep, it's an old tarp of some sort, or a bag or something, but there's a big old grommet on it right there. It's copper grommet. All right, I'll take the whole thing out of here. I just threw it in my eyes. I need protective clothing. I'm a mess, aren't I? I got all the camera all in my face. All right, we'll get closer to the house.
I found, I gotta turn it over because it matches my hand.
Well, that's a pretty one right there. Pretty?
Yeah.
Awesome. You're getting on it now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it. Don't dilly-dally.
Maybe.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
No, there's no writing on the other side.
Awesome. Well, horses are going to come and visit you, so they're going to keep you busy for a while. Keep them over there. Pretty please. Got kind of a big hole going here, but I'm digging a lot of iron. I had kind of what I thought was a pretty good squeaker, but it may have been just that. It's like an old grubbing hoe or something with a point on the end, like a little mat. It's not really a mattox. Oh, I guess it is a mattox. Blade's broken off. A little bone, a little human bone. We'll rebury it. I'll check the signal, but I'm pretty sure it's probably just the flat of that I heard squeaking. Todd has some little friends. I had a signal here, and it's actually really deep. Out of the hole now. Quite big, reading in the 50s, so I'm not... Oh, looky, it's a spoon. Betcha. Wow, that's another pewter spoon bowl. Oh, nice shape. Well, it's not a nice shape, but it's not very oxidized at all. looks like I planted it. Isn't that wild? That's amazing. How unoxidized that is. Well, of course, it was in the bottom. Maybe it's pretty moist down there. Stream's right behind me here, so found a lot of these out here at this house site. Hey, you calling back to you? Hey, stay away from me, you hairy beast. When I was in France, I had one of your family for lunch. Hey, what do you say? You want to see something cool? Look at that. That's pretty neat. It's not an apple, though. I should have put a apple in Todd's pocket. That way they'd stay over there. Just checking this out. I should have told him about his family that I had in France. Oh, who's a good doggy? Who's a good doggy? You're a good doggy, yes you are. Steamed you up a little bit, huh? Hey, Todd, you get your little friends. They're all coming over here now. See, I shouldn't have talked to them. I should have just ignored them. They were on their way. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I know these guys are friendly, but I'm always nervous when I'm around the hind feet. Yeah, you're a little skittish, aren't you? Go see Todd. All right, that's where I got the spoon, and I got another signal over here. Something small right there. Probably another piece of that spoon, I would guess. Yeah, there it is, the handle part. That's not enough of it to be the whole handle, so I'm gonna go ahead, not freshly broken. I'm gonna go ahead and dig some more of that out and listen to it. What do you say? If there's anything good, I'll show it to you. Yeah, not really hearing any squeak. Might be a little bit of a squeaker down there. I'll let you know if it's anything good. We're near the telephone pole, and I just dug a nice little brass buckle. That could have been off a harness or, well, just about anything really. Could easily date to the Civil War. Mid-1800s or later, probably. Anything, Todd? Not yet?
Yeah.
Got down below the house here, and I had a decent little signal. I can see some green. So I suspect it's not a mason jar lid, which is what we've been digging. Could be a button. Oh, is it? Oh. Dude, that looks like it could be military. Oh, I think it is. I think there's a design on there. I can't really see it. No. Yeah, is that 2 horses? 2 doggies? It has the shape of it is very military-ish looking. I can't tell what that design is. My eyes are just too bad. Let me clean it up on my pants. I shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't do this until it dries. Is that a Chattanooga choo-choo? Oh, it's a Block I. Shh, don't tell Todd. You got a button?
I thought I had a button.
I wish you did, because I just dug a nice one.
Did you dig a button?
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping you had the same thing. You know how we do that sometimes.
Yeah. What you got?
Lucky.
Ooh, wow. Ooh. That's a military one there.
You think?
I think.
Hey, how come you got mustard on your lips?
Do I have mustard on my lips?
Oh, it's peanut butter. You got peanut butter in there. Yeah, wipe that off. It looks disgusting.
Bo didn't tell me.
Much better. I just noticed.
You know what? How many of my videos did you guys see that and never said anything to me?
Oh, I don't. We've been practicing social distance, except that I found something really cool.
You know, Bo?
Do you see a letter on that, Todd?
I do. I see a cross on there.
Well, you would. That's not what it is. It's an I. Well, that's not social distance. It's an I. A, artillery. I,
infantry.
Infantry. That's Confederate
Holy
infantry
cow.
button. So we found artillery buttons and infantry buttons. That's not the same uniform, probably.
Yep, I see the eye now.
Maybe this is a partisan house for all the. Well, I guess partisans wouldn't be wearing the uniforms, but this is where all the Rebs hung out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I never made it over there. I went right past
Right there.
That. Yep, I went right up through there.
Oh, that's too bad.
I was that close to getting that
Well,
button.
maybe the next signal is going to be the buckle that goes with that. Big old Virginia buckle.
Way to go. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. I found the I button right there and got another good signal. I've been over this place 100 times on the first trip and dug this. This is a it's brassy, coppery piece, probably a clock, but it's a great signal. It's starting to rain. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to stay out here. Hopefully forever. Oh, maybe not forever. A nice little squeaker here, and I just found this. A piece of copper plate of some sort. Got a design on it. Could be off of like a, oh, I want to say dry sinks. They're usually zinc, you know, a dry sink, but it could be like a pie safe or something like that. So I had a target in here and I dug it up. It was just a piece of iron, but the soil's really black. So I came over here and did another little test hole. And I found this giant piece of iron. I don't know, it's obviously been fired in a fire. I don't know if that's part of a, I don't know if it's a stove or what, but it's also big pieces of coal. That's probably why the soil was so black. And the other hole that I had a lot of pottery in it too. This might be someplace we might want to come back to and dig. Some glass in there, and a lot of little nails too. Stuff like that. Not getting any good signals. Just big pieces of iron, but you know, if a button was in with that, you'd never hear it. We might come back and dig this out one day. So I went ahead and jumped over the fence again, get away from the horses. Not sure where Todd went. He's down by the stream, but I don't know where he is now. And I just got a little signal there, popped it out of the hole, and I can see what I suppose is going to be part of a pewter spoon handle. No, actually it isn't. It's melted. It's a big chunk of melted lead, or I guess it's more like pewtery. Yeah, it looks like pewter. See, it's kind of brittle. So something was going on over on this part of the house. Obviously the house didn't come out this far, but that's something was here. Look, there's also a pile of rocks right there. I don't know if that has something to do with it or not, but let's go ahead and investigate this area, and hopefully Todd will come back. Hopefully he didn't leave us. Back over by the house naturally, and I just dug a little button. It's pretty rough shape, but it's like, I guess that's probably a tomback. Yeah, you can see that. Look at that. So that's a nice old one, 1700s. It's got some scratches on it. Don't know if that's the design or just scratches. Well, there's still stuff here, isn't there? It's a bone. All right, up next to the chimney, and I had a little bit of a squeaker here, and I was digging it out, pulling nails left and right and rocks, and I got a spoon. Look at that. Well, it's not a whole spoon, but that is a pewter spoon handle. Absolutely gorgeous. Man, I found a lot of pieces of spoons in this home site. There could be more of it in there. I don't know. I got like 3 nails out of there already. But we'll take that. That's a beauty. I'm still digging here by the chimney, just kind of digging around. There's a lot of iron in the ground, but I just dug this little tiny flat button. I suppose whatever garment that went to, there's probably about 1,000 of them. Well, maybe not 1,000, but a bunch. It's a little fragile thing. All right, we'll keep digging around in here. I wouldn't mind coming back here and just excavating some of this. Still in the same dirt where I got that little flat button right here. And I got another signal right there. Kind of small, and I wouldn't doubt it's another one of those same buttons. Seems to be some really old stuff on the side of the house. All right, so it's in here. I'm just going to pick it up like this. Wave it. It's in here. In here. Pretty small, yeah. Well, I don't know. Might be a piece of melted lead. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's part of another piece of pewter spoon or something. Yep, a little pewter spoon. Just a tiny piece. Huh. Yeah, I'd love to excavate this someday. Just come in here, because there's so much iron, you can't really hear all the good targets. But when you turn the soil over, you can hear it. Another little signal here. Came out of that double hole. I think there's more stuff in there too. But it looks like a little button. What do you say? A little bigger than the last one, or that little one we found. I found the navy button on this side of the house last trip. Yeah, it's another flatty. No designs on it. Well, there might be. Is there? Probably not. I'll have to look at that a little closer though. But yeah, I think I got another squeak in there. I like it. Drop down below the chimney a little bit, and I got a big signal here, which this is probably iron, but just dug this, which is really cool. I don't think there's any hope of finding one of these whole, but big signal right in here. Try to be a little bit careful just in case. But, oh look, it's like a trash pit. Look, the ashes. Might be where they dumped their trash. Ah, let's see here. This is probably going to be iron that I'm hearing. Just sounded really big. Yeah, that's it right there, isn't it? What we'll do is, that's not it. I should be more careful. In case, look at that, that's weird. You know, I better put the pinpointer on that, just in case. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just a big piece of iron, but let's pinpoint it again. Yeah, it's right there. It's part. Oh, that's it right there. Staining with the iron in the ground. Yeah, it's a big sheet of iron there. It's part of that right there. What else is in there? Be careful with the glass. Banding or something. Thin banding. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off, pull this stuff out. If there's something good in the hole, I'll show it to you. I have to be a little careful and conserve my battery on my GoPro because it's the end of the day and I only brought 2 batteries today. But I'm getting this stuff, that piece of iron that I found. I'm not sure what that is. There's like a handle on it, but I'm getting some neat pottery out of the hole. Another piece of that, a lot of glass. But I just wanted to show you this. Right in here is a layer of, I guess it's trash probably. Some ashes, some cinders, broken glass, lots of little pieces of ceramics. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig this out and see what we have here. And I'll show you when I'm done. Or if I see something really cool, I'll turn the camera back on. There's a lot of digging in here for not much gain. Oh, it's a tooth. Except for the tooth, that's my best find. Put that in the bag. Anyway, I just want to show you some of the stuff I'm finding. This looks like it's one whole jug. Some really nice old green bottle glass. Kind of see through it there. Lots of ceramics and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm not really getting much in the way of good iron or good targets out of there. Just iron nails and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and button this back up. Do some surface hunting before we have to go. Almost forgot my tooth. Right about in here's where I found the belt buckle the very first day, and just like a foot away, big old toe tap. This is goes on the toe. Let me show you, of a boot right here like that. Kind of protects your toe. Doesn't protect your toe, but it protects the leather on your boot. Like a foot away. I cannot believe I missed that. Wow. That keeper. I'm looking for the keeper. There's another little piece that goes with that buckle that's called a keeper. It's just a small, much smaller piece, but it could very well be here. And that makes the buckle complete. Almost out of batteries. We'll see you back at the truck. Did pretty good. You didn't see some of the stuff on video. I don't know if I got much of yours at all, did I?
Maybe that button right there. I think.
Let's take a look at it. And this is a, yeah, I think so. This is a little eagle button. That's pretty nice. So that's another military button. And this is, I think it's part, well, no, I want to say it's part of a frog. Frog, that's what it is. That's a piece of, it goes on, works with leather. I think it's post-war. And it's a nice little flat button. So a knife, like a kitchen knife or something. A couple of odds and ends. You saw most of my stuff. Toe tap, spoon. That's my best find right here. That's an infantry I button, Confederate Infantry. And we think this is a... it
is.
A wheat penny.
It's a wheat penny.
Yeah, I think that's a wheat penny. My tooth, that's my favorite find. That'd probably still work, wouldn't it? All right, man. Had a good time.
Had a great time.
Yeah, had a great time. Long day. We're both very tired. And I hope the video worked for you, because we're going to do another one, and I want you to come back and watch that. Don't forget... Appalachian, not Apparition. Appalachian History Detectives. Check him out. Like, if you like his video. But subscribe anyway, even if you don't like this video. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. Less than half of my viewers are actually subscribed to my channel, which I can't figure out. It's so weird. But anyway, yeah, so help us out. We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.
Right. On the next one.
On the next one. Could be very soon. Could be tomorrow night.
And I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living, or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I